welcome to my Thursday video. This one's gonna be another review for you guys. I know this is my third one in a row. I will be changing it up with my next video, but yeah, I had to tell you guys about this. I was so chuffed with it. It's so pretty, and it was so ridiculously inexpensive, especially for an eye palette. The product that I'm babbling like a besotted lunatic about is the Essence Lights of Orient eye palette. And how cute is this packaging? Oh my god, it's adorable. It's like gold mirrored with like a black sort of lattice lace design over the top. It's so pretty. And then you just got like plain black and a bunch of info on the back. And it's hard plastic. Like, this is really, really good quality. It feels super sturdy, you know, like I hate when you get an eye palette and the eyeshadows in it are gorgeous, but the packaging just lets you down, you know, it feels cheap and crappy. Everything about this just screams quality. So when you open it up, it's got a rather decent sized mirror in there. Hopefully I'm not blinding you guys. And 6 gorgeous shadows. You've got 5 sort of shimmery shades and a nice matte brown, that matte brown there. So first off, I love that they actually give you a matte brown with this palette. Have that matte brown for, you know, your crease, your outer corner, your bottom lash line. It's such a good idea. Like, I wish more palettes would do that, you know, like the ones that are just shimmery tones. Just putting that one matte brown in it suddenly makes it, you know, a palette that you can do a complete look with. It also comes with this little applicator here. As you can see, it's got a sponge tip on one end and a little brush on the other. To be honest, it's just kind of, yeah, I'm not going to use it. The brush sheds like nothing else. Like, if I actually use this, it would have no bristles left within a week, I kid you not. But it also just doesn't do a good job, you know. I have given it a go. I did try, you know, doing a look with this palette with just this applicator, and it didn't turn out as well as I wanted it to, you know. It was nowhere near as good as my ordinary, you know, go-to brushes. It just didn't blend the product well, and it didn't apply the product well. So, I mean, those are the 2 things I want out of, you know, an eyeshadow brush, and it did neither. So yeah, I'm just gonna chuck this. It's not worth keeping when I have so many vastly better makeup brushes. So that was a bit of a letdown, but at the same time, I mean, is it ever surprising when you get an applicator with a palette that isn't good? I mean, when are they ever good, you know? But onto the shadows in this little gorgeous, beautiful little eyeshadow palette. They are so nice. They're not intensely pigmented, but you can build them up really, really easily to get the pigmentation that, you know, you might get from, like, you know, the Urban Decay sort of shadows. You can build up to that without, you know, tons of fallout, without making a mess, anything like that. And the matte brown here is decently pigmented, so that's definitely an important point covered. I mean, if they're going to include that one matte shade, it has to be good. Okay, so those are the bottom 3, these ones here. The matte brown, this one here, that beautifully shimmery plum shade in the middle, and that sort of bronzy gold on the end. I have used the crap out of that gold. It's just beautiful. Because it's not particularly overly pigmented, you can use it for a really nice sheer wash just all over the lid with maybe some bronzer in the crease, and you've got a really good easy go-to look right there, you know, that just has that kind of hint of color to it, but mostly, you know, just a really nice sort of pale gold shimmer. That's what it comes off as. And then that plum shade there is just beautiful. I've actually used that in my outer corner and sort of outer half-ish of my bottom lash line with this one on the lid, and then that matte brown, you know, through the crease, and it turned out gorgeous. That combination was just fantastic, especially with my new rather dark pink plummy hair. If I had to pick a favorite shadow out of this palette, I'd be totally torn between that bronzy gold and the plum. They're just, I can't choose between them. They are so gorgeous. Then the top row, so this one here is that beautiful champagne-y color there. And then this one here is that lovely sort of mauve right there. It's almost like a fleshy sort of mauve, you know, like more on the beige side than the pink side. just gorgeous. And then this one here is just that really nice shimmery taupey sort of brown. This one here, the taupey brown one, makes a fantastic sort of one shadow look because you can blend it a little into the crease and it doesn't come off too shimmery, you know what I mean? You can make that work. Like even with my hooded lids, I can make that work. This mauvey one here is just, oh my god, it's so pretty. So pretty. And it goes great with any sort of, you know, neutral lip look, just to bring some warmth and effortless femininity to a look. Those kinds of mauvey pinks on the eyes, just, they have that effortless girly sort of effect. I love that. And then this champagne-y, you know, shimmer here, I mean, it would be incomplete without a really nice shimmery champagne tone, really. I love this one, especially for an inner corner highlight, you know, a little bit under the brow. I've actually used this one on my cheeks as a highlight as well, and it works great for that, you know, just really sort of sheer across the top of your cheekbone. So if you're very, very pale like me, that's a great way to use this one as well. So here are the swatches all together. You can see you've got a shimmery brown and then a matte brown, a darker plum and a lighter sort of mauve, a darker gold and then a champagne gold. So you've really got shadows that you can pair together really, really easily to make complete looks. Like you could have, you know, this one all over the lid and then this one in the outer corner and, you know, sort of bottom lash line, and then use your, you know, matte brown or the shimmery brown, whichever you prefer. You know, if you like shimmery tones in your crease, go nuts by all means. I tend to prefer matte shadows in my crease and, you know, like above my crease, just because with hooded eyes, if you have, you know, something light reflective, like a shimmery eyeshadow in your crease or above your crease, it can make the hooded part of your eye look more prominent. And for me, I want that to look less prominent, you know, to sort of open up my eyes a bit more. If you have hooded eyes, that's a great trick that you can use, just, you know, sticking to matte shadows on, you know, the crease and above the crease. But I mean, plenty of people love having shimmery shadows in their crease and above it, so, you know, makeup is personal taste. It's about what you like, what you feel good wearing, so, you know, like, never let anyone tell you, oh, you can't wear it that way. It's makeup. There are no rules, you know, have fun. That's basically all there is to it. But yeah, that matte brown blends beautifully, like so beautifully. It makes a great sort of blown out crease shade, you know, like you just kind of blend it until it kind of disappears and it looks so pretty. And it works great on the bottom lash line as well because, you know, like the others, you can build it up to a greater intensity as well. So yeah, you can make it a much deeper, stronger color if you like. So yeah, all of the shadows in this palette are nicely creamy. None of them are dry, none of them are hard. They just have a really nice creamy texture. They're not overly pigmented, as I said, but you can build them up very, very easily. So yeah, I mean, the pigmentation of these swatches is 2 swipes. That's it, you know, because I wanted to show you guys the intensity that you can build them to without really any effort whatsoever. I mean, you know, 2 swipes is not really excessive effort. Like if I show you guys just one swatch of that beautiful plummy tone there, that's what it looks like just with one, you know, like once on my finger and then once on my hand. That's what it comes out like, so yeah, you can make them very, very sheer, which I think is great for people starting out with makeup, but also, I mean, you know, for me, sometimes I just want a sheer wash of color over my lids, some mascara, and to head out the door, you know, like, that's enough some days, you know, some days you want to keep it simple. So I really like that about this palette. I'm getting so much use out of it. It's become one of those palettes that I never put away, you know, it just stays out on my makeup table. So yes, highly, highly, highly recommend checking this out. There is a Lights of the Orient collection at the moment, but I mean, really this was the only product that really stood out to me. You know, the lipsticks are just kind of ordinary shades. They're nothing particularly interesting. I think there are some nail polishes as well, but it's all just kind of ordinary stuff, you know. This eyeshadow palette is far from ordinary. So this was like, you know, the gem among an otherwise kind of boring collection, to be honest, but this really, really did stand out. So best $9.95 I've spent in a very, very long time. But yes, that brings us to the end of this little review, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe so that you don't miss my future videos. My next video will be a tutorial, so I look forward to doing that for you guys. That's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you have an awesome week. Keep on being your awesome, gorgeous, chronically fabulous selves, and I shall see you guys on Monday. See ya!